Welcome to the FFL Weekly, your one stop for all things fantasy football. Only here will you find expert analysis, magnificent takes, and in-depth reviews that will leave you wanting more. Join us on the season-long quest to find out who will be crowned the next FFL champion. Now, here are your hosts, Mark AT9 and Power Surge 55.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another week of the FFL, and Adam is not sharing his screen.
I am, man. You just can't see me. What's going on, YouTube?
Oh my god. Are you really not sharing your screen?
Trick can never have a good introduction, Kitty.
Are you really not sharing, or are you just choosing?
I am, bro. I literally am.
There you go. Here we go. That's weird. Just had a refresh. Just a quick refresh there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in, Mark AT. Welcome in, everyone.
Thank you, Andrew.
To another great show. Week 3 is upon us already, and it's rivalry week. We'll get into that a little bit here as we go through the show. Quickly, we'll start with the recap and looking at week 2. So the air connection is rough. Thank you, Doc Rob. Appreciate that. Any donations come my way, help get my internet up. I appreciate that. Subscribe and like.
Let Andrew win these next few weeks, and I think that'll do just as good for this internet connection. Yes.
So we won't start with me. We'll jump down. I hate how Sleeper just puts you up front, right? So I don't want to talk about me all the time. We'll go down to the bottom. We'll look at Raging Clue versus Just Okay Panthers. Panthers with another win. He might have to change that name up to OK Panthers at this point because he's 2-0 now. Both quarterbacks, horrible games. Matthew Stafford, I'm not sure what's going on there, Kevin. He actually dropped Matthew Stafford, if you saw there in the waivers today. And Pacheco got hurt, so it's bad news for Kevin. Brandon's running backs just dominated yet again. Bigsby got hurt right before the game started, I think, or like on the first snap. So really unfortunate week for Kevin. Tua went down, so Tyreek Hill had a bad game. Jamar Chase still sucking. Brandon thinks he's good. He's probably, wide receiver 100 right now. Good game out of Metcalf.
He says that, but I'll trade for him.
Yeah, I tried trading for him, but he says I don't provide value. So tough week all around for Kevin, honestly, and he did have the lowest score of the week, just eclipsing 59. He got to 60, so that, we won't give him too much crap for that. But another good week by Kevin, despite getting 0 out of Coleman there. His boy Aubrey with 17 as well. So Brandon's got a good team. Kevin's gonna look to rebound. He's got a couple of injuries affecting him. We'll see if he can rebound this week.
Yep.
Feisty Asian versus Dash. I don't know what's going on with Dash. He started 0-5 last year. He's 0-2 this year. Hurts had a good game. Robinson not too bad. But then the rest of his team kind of shit the bed. While Jess had another great game out of Mason, who she handcuffed off of Rob there. Malik Neighbors also had a good game. 18 targets. That's great. That's right. Jess does have Cup. He went down with another injury, so tough to see.
Just like there. Last season.
Christian, I think this is our first player this season, Adam, with a player that had negative points. So
good point out. Good observation.
Alex, a little embarrassing. McPherson.
I did see some.
So Jess with a nice win there. Alex disappointing 73 points. A lot of tough weeks for some teams this week. Here's another tough week for Ryan. He did clear 80 though, but his team name is starting to sound pretty good for him. 0-2. Scott pulls off another good win here. 2-0 now. Look at that, almost similar quarterback play. 0.04 difference.
Very disappointing performance here from Ryan's team. I mean, 80 points is still decent, but it's definitely not where he wants to be.
Right. I mean, he has his solid core here look good. I mean, Rashad White, obviously not. He's playing pretty bad. But good performances out of his top wide receivers. Samuel got hurt. That's going to hurt him Pickens, he's a little diva. Not sure. Worthy came back down to earth there for Scott, but maybe he'll do a name change. We'll see. And then obviously Scott's kicker and defense were really the big separators there. That's a quick math. That's 18-point difference. So tough to see. Does the team stream drop in and out randomly? That's not good, boys and girls.
Uh-oh.
Should I stop?
Oh, maybe it's your connection.
Oh, it's definitely my connection. Fuck.
Not Trey. It was Ryan's. Probably Ryan's because he's 0-2.
Hold on a second, team. All right, team. Well, hopefully that might have fixed something. We'll see. If the stream keeps dropping out, let me know. My computer. I was on airplane mode. I don't know what that's about.
Bro, oh my god.
We're learning here. Season 1.
You know what?
The show. Any comments there, Margaret? Are you embarrassed to
I think we're 2-1 with streams. The first 2 were okay, and then now this guy's on airplane mode. You don't know what to do.
I don't know what's going on. Someone's agility rating. Oh no. Rob M says it's good now. Thank you, Rob M. Mad Dog Muskie. Someone's agility rating needs to take a hit for this debacle. That's a fair argument. We might have to drop me down here for that. Maybe. Can
I also ask why I'm not A+? I mean, I'm literally co-host. Like, what's going on with that?
If we get time, we'll talk agility ratings. We gotta jump back up to these games here. Speaking of Mike, look at this. Burrow gives me a Chubb versus T-Mobile trade. Nate had a good game, scoring 95.
Yeah.
Mike.
I mean, that 140 though. I mean, oh my god.
Kamara, man, this guy, he won't go away, huh?
Kamara.
Oh, it's Kamara.
Kamara.
Okay. Great game by him. Obviously, difference maker. Jefferson looking great with Sam Darnold at QB. Still a difference maker. And then, obviously, Nate's got Marvin Harrison, his boy. He fired off this week, so good to see. Keenan Allen, that's a hit. I mean, I don't think it would have made a difference, but he could. And Travis Kelce, obviously, yikes there. So, despite 2 no-shows, I mean, Nate getting almost 100 points is really impressive. Even at Dallas defense, 1 point. So, Nate's got a good squad. I think he'll bounce back, but Mike was just too much in this game.
I really do feel bad for that because I feel like whenever I do have a good game, I always play against somebody with like an absurd amount of points. So I do feel the pain there.
Yeah. Oh, Ryan with a shot at Mark AT in the chat. You need to get some more background on your. You don't have a background like mine, Mark AT. Just a plain wall.
I'm sorry.
I
don't have any money. Would you like to donate?
You need to win the league so you get the money.
Yes.
Well,
let me win, and I'll post
we're on the
backdrop.
68 points this week, Adam. Pretty bad performance from your team. All around. Yeah. I mean, no one really sticks out as an impressive player for you. And he went off against Doc Robb, who again scored 96 points. A big week for Doc Robb. Calvin Ridley, who's no longer on his team. We can get to that later with the trade. Was a big difference maker.
I mean, my defense is pretty good, and so George Kittle. But yeah,
George Kittle could be a difference maker. Tight ends are very few and far between this season so far. So
yeah,
1-1, you're still okay. Doc's up to 2-0, but 0-2. Here's another 0-2 team. Andrew. He made Ross sweat a little bit there on Monday night, but Barkley ended up doing just fine and pulling it out for him. Murray had a great game.
Yeah, he sold.
Yeah,
Barkley sold.
He sold. Murray, hopefully he can keep it going. That'll be a big help for Andrew. Outside of that, I mean, this team's trash. London finally showed up, I guess. He got a TD at the end of the game, which helped. So Ross is up on the up and up here, 1-1. Mahomes hopefully will turn it around. I mean, pretty bad game for him. So I think Ross.
I mean,
going forward. Any closing comments there, Adam?
Not much. I mean, you kind of pretty much hit it on the head. I mean, a lot of disappointing performances from people that are expected to do pretty decently this season, except for me, of course. I'm expected to lose, but
yeah, there were some disappointing performances this week, which will get us into here our challenge series. We'll talk about a couple of those performances. So this week, Hero to Zero was our specific challenge. So that was the largest negative team point differential from week 1 to week 2. And that happened to be yours truly, Adam, Mark AT9, who I wrote this down. He went from 116.26 to 68.84 between weeks. A difference of 47.42 points, the biggest drop from week 1 to week 2. So congratulations, your team sucks, but you got $5.
Let's go.
And
most money
there's a couple other drops, a couple 30s in there. Kevin was one of them. Brandon had a 30-point drop, but he scored 130 week 1, 100 week 2. So, but overall was Adam, and then Mike. Congratulations to you for $5 with the most points this week at 143.7. That'll get us to our favorite Survivor update here, and unfortunately, week 1, the one, the only Andrew, he got eliminated, and this week, sad to say, Mr. Kevin, Raging Clue, has now fallen off the Survivor pool. So, Scott, based on this trend, you might be in trouble, sir, this week. You might want to talk to your boys, get them fired up a little extra this week so you don't fall off. Kevin has scored, again, we highlighted 60.64. There's a couple 60s out there this week, a couple low 70s.
There was.
But Kevin, unfortunately, had the lowest of them. So, if you survived, congratulations.
I wish I played you, Kevin.
So we'll jump back up to the weekly recap page, and we're going to week 3. But real quick, let's look at the chat and some of the waiver claims. Before we get to the waivers, though, Adam, I don't know if you saw, huge trade made.
Yes.
If we can scroll up far enough.
That was quite interesting, to say the least. I mean, my goodness, what was going on there, Trig?
Yes, so very interesting. We got Mike Evans and Michael Pittman, along with Dalton Kincaid, my boy. For McCaffrey, who's out till at least end of October, if not out for the whole year. And Ridley, which he had a good game, but he knows, he's playing with Scott's boy, Will Levis, at QB, so not sure if he'll end up doing okay or not. We'll see if this works out. I mean, I know.
It could be good for your postseason appearance. Hopefully,
but I gotta get there. That's the thing. 0-2 right now. Rob's 2.
If you can get a few wins, but only after you play me, not this week.
And then we could jump down to some waiver claims. Adam, you picked up Quentin Johnson. That's the big wide receiver this week. I got that Carson Steele kid for Pacheco because he went out. We'll see if he actually plays or not. And then Jess got rid of Goff. I'm surprised. Goff was her boy. She's going with Derek Carr now. Rob, it's interesting. You see a lot of these owners, 4 claims, 5 claims, 3 claims. Rob came in here and took everyone by surprise, taking the Buccaneers with the waiver claim. No one else made a claim on that one. So congrats, Rob. You might know something we don't.
After we told somebody to drop it last season, or last week.
And then Braylon Allen, that could be an interesting pickup for Kevin. I try to get him. We'll see. He's a good stash. And then we had a couple other picks as we went along. Oh, Scott did drop his boy Will Levis. He picked up the Bengals.
Coming back for the Bengals defense.
Kevin got the Raiders. They play the Panthers this week, so that's a good one. Some other interesting pickups here. Dropping Stafford. Wow. Crazy to see. And Ryan dropped his boy Caleb Williams. Wow. Man. Let's confirm Ross ain't a fan of young hoes. Yeah, I saw that today, Mike. That was a good one. All right, let's jump into week 3.
All right.
right, so this is like we said earlier. This is rivalry week. So when I set up the divisions, I kind of try to make some rivals too. So we'll start with the married couple here, Kevin and Jess. So that's their rivalry there. Easy pick, right? So Jess is favorite because Kevin's team is hurting. He's got a lot of injuries. He's starting to back up, really 2 backups at running back this week. We'll see what that turns out. While Jess is, I mean, look at that difference right there. I mean,
yeah, my God,
it's huge. So, and then Tyreek, unfortunately, he's got no QB. He's got Skylar Thompson at QB. We'll see what he can do.
I did see they signed Tyler Huntley, right? Or I don't know about signing, but I know that he visited Miami.
Who the hell is that?
Huntley from the Ravens.
Oh, okay. I don't. You got me. I don't even know who that is.
I think he played the game against us in the wild card.
Oh, did we lose that one? Probably.
No, that's when they got the fumble in the end zone. Or who was that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think Jess's team is looking really solid. If Malik Neighbors gets that volume like he got last week, I think we're gonna give the edge to Jess here. Any thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I would agree. Unless there's some type of Cinderella run with these 2 running backs, I probably would agree with that.
Yeah. Big game. They're both 1-1. You want to jump over that 500 mark. So we'll see what happens. Then we got Dash and Alex. Dash and Alex. Dash is Alex and Brandon. So this rivalry, we're calling this one the Elder Boys rivalry here. 2 elder kids, both from the west side. And we got a solid looking matchup here. I mean, Brandon's favored by a few points, but Alex needs to get off that 0-2 table here. Brandon Cooks, that might be a rough start at wide receiver. I think Alex is hurting a little bit at wide receiver. But so is Brandon, honestly. Jamar Chase has had like 3 points each game. So if he has
I feel like Jamar Chase might have a breakout here against Washington. I don't know.
He's got breakout, and he's got Money Mac down here, Brandon Aubrey to help him. I mean, his 2 running backs have been dominating, so I'm going to give the slight edge here. I mean, Alex does have my boy BJ, but I'm going to give the slight edge here to Brandon.
Yeah.
Looking in the chat, yes, Scott says he did beat the Bengals, the guy you just said who signed with Miami.
Huntley.
And Rob, that in the chat there, what does someone do with 8 running backs? That was a dig at me because I have 8 running backs, as Jess just noted in the chat. Yeah, there's no caps on the amount of players, so I'm hoarding them all. Hopefully one of them breaks out, but I need to probably drop 1 or 2 for some wide receivers. But feel free to make a trade, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always open, as you know. I'm firing off trades all the time. Really quality.
He's always
trades.
available to fleece. He's always available to fleece. Remember that. Trying to get me Cooper. Get out of here.
Speaking of fleecing, we got You're Not Worthy versus Team Horrible Trade. This is the rivalry of the Crypto Boys. We call this one. Scott and Nate are big Crypto Boys. At least they used to be. So we teamed them up together here for rivalry week.
Would you say this is game of the week here? I mean, 50-50.
50-50. Yeah, let's call it game of the week. Love it, Adam. Yep. Not even a point difference here. Going off the top of my head, I mean, you got to give Stroud the nod here over Purdy, but Purdy's been okay so far. I mean, some really good running back matchups, too, here, honestly. I wonder about this game of the week. Marvin Harrison can continue his trend. I like him over Diggs. Got to give Flowers the edge over Allen. And this could be a toss-up here on the final wide receiver. Brock Bowers, I tried to get him from Scott. He's turned out to be really good. He might be TE1 this year. That was a great pick.
Yeah.
Kelsey, you thought he might be TE1, but I think maybe age has caught up with him.
He's cooked.
Or Taylor Swift might be getting to him, So we'll see what happens. I don't know if you guys know, but they're supposed to break up here any day now. It's in the contract.
Finally.
So it's a tough one, Adam. Who are you going to give it to?
I don't like Scooter, so I'll give it to Bucks.
Oh, man. It's not the gift of luck. Tough call. All right, Nate, you got this one. Then we'll jump up to the brother-in-law rivalry here. That is Ryan versus Mike. Ryan, of course, married into the family, so Mike is his brother-in-law, and this is another close matchup. Ryan's got the slight edge here. Don't know quarterback-wise, these two guys, I don't know. Mayfield's had a great start. We'll see if he can continue. He's playing Denver, who's a pretty crappy team. And he's got Kamara on this squad.
Kamara.
Oh, excuse me, Kamala. Okay. Yeah, so
Kamara.
Second running back-wise, I don't really impressed with either of these two dudes. Oof, Lamb versus Jefferson. That's a great battle there. That might be 1v2.
Jefferson, I believe he got hurt. Is he still projected to play?
He's questionable tag, so with usually I had him last year. Questionable tag means he probably won't play, but you never know. Higgins is back in the line. Look at Ryan's got 3 questionables. I was hoping Higgins is back in. Mad Dog, do I play Burrow this week? That's a good point. I forgot you got Burrow on the bench.
Yes, I would, because he's playing Washington.
He's playing Washington.
I mean, he's already
really
looked better.
Has really bad defense. Your call, Mike. Your call. See what happens. Ryan did pick up.
He looked way better in week 2. I mean, he'll probably he'll probably be back to like maximum capacity by like 5 or something. Well,
19 versus. It's 4 more points. If Mike put in Burrow, then he would be favored here. So I'm gonna give it to Mike. We're gonna give Mike on this one. It's gonna be a tough one.
Yep. Ryan gonna get 0-3 here.
All right, second to last rivalry here is Rob versus Ross. I don't know if these ever two met in person, maybe a couple times, but they're both from Loveland. Or Rob at least lives in Loveland now. I can't remember if you're from Loveland, Rob, or not. But they're the Loveland boys, so lots of love between them. And they got great quarterbacks here. Some decent running backs. Edge here is to Ross, I think. Second running backs, Swift has been terrible so far this year.
Yeah. But he's got Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Rob's got some great wide receivers now, especially since he got Evans off of me. I mean, he's got probably the best wide receiver core, maybe. I mean, but Ross has a good one, too, with Collins and Wilson. So, damn, Rob, that's dirty. Rob in the chat, do I play Pittman or drop him the waivers? Oh, God, that's tough.
Drop in the waivers, please.
I mean, he's pretty shitty. I think if you did, so you're going to have someone pick him up and just waste a spot on their bench because he's... I
mean, it might be a pro strat. You never know.
Ooh, good
Just
point.
have somebody waste a spot.
That's another good point there, Muskie. Both names start with R, rivalry. I can't even say rivalry. But yes, they do. And I get them confused all the time. Kincaid, that's my boy that Rob took from me. We'll see what he does. Likely had a bad week too, so interesting matchup here. Another close one. I'm going to give it to Rob. Any thoughts, Adam?
Yeah, I give it to Rob too, yeah.
All right, last game is the two people talking to you facing off. Adam versus Andrew. Cousins is the rivalry here. And it's a good rivalry, but we're the both lowest projected scores of the week, I believe. Let's take a quick look.
Go.
Yeah, we're the lowest. Oh, for Kevin's got that's because he's got all his injuries. But outside of Kevin, we're the lowest projected scores. So maybe this will be a good game, Adam. We'll see.
Yeah, Poop Fest.
I'm hoping the Bengals shut down Daniels like they shut down Mahomes last week.
Might start Lawrence now. I don't know.
There you go. Take your pick.
And hey, what are you talking about?
My boy Carson Steele now.
No, Jerry Daniels had 30 points week 1. Don't talk to me like that.
That's true. Carson Steele might step it up. I'm gonna
you got Steele in there?
I'm going to say a prayer for him. Because I'm going to need him. And then, we'll see what this Robinson guy does. Should be the de facto number 1 wide receiver in LA. Going to be a tough matchup. Yeah, you're right, Rob. It's going to be a tough one to watch here. I picked up Jasecki. We'll see what he does.
That might be a good move. Huh?
Might be. We'll see.
I like that move. I do. If he could hold on to the ball.
If he could hold on the ball, yep. All right, chat. So we'll give that one to Adam here. Go 2-1. Andrew surely needs a win, but what we'll see what happens. So that's week 3 recaps. We'll jump back up to the in the chat. The question was asked about the agility rating updates here on the right. So we'll scroll over there. So I mean, everyone got a really good agility rating. I appreciate your attendance to the FFL Weekly show. Well, I haven't seen Nate in the chat. I'm sure our boy Nate's joining. Or Alex was on last week, but I don't know if he's on every week. So everyone, you're in the B's or the A's. That's all it is. And so get a little more active in the chat, like Feisty Little Asian. She's talking smack here. Maybe I'll bump that up to a B+. You never know. So that's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little fun.
I think Scooter took it
out to see, I mean, Scott, I do appreciate you've been active here. You did subscribe last week. I forgot about that. Maybe we could bump you up to a B- or a C+.
Yeah, subscription gets you an automatic letter grade above.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to subscribe and I'll give you an A at this point.
You were down bad. It's up now.
You're right, Rob. I am a softie. No D's or F's. I should throw a couple F's in there. All right. Well, we didn't. My mistake. One more thing, real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go through the challenge for week 3. Biggest loser. So highest scoring losing team this week. So this is a good one where if you still lose, you might win $5 as long as you get the highest score of the losing team. So keep that one in mind for next week.
Troy, go get that one. It's at the bag.
It's in the bag. Collusion. All right. Again.
Did you say you had breaking news on something, or?
I do.
I thought you said there was something you were going to talk about. I don't know. Somebody was asking about it.
Or something?
Well, I do want to talk about that big trade, like the whole team trade. Do you have any information on that?
We could run up there real quick. I don't know what happened there. I mean, Brandon did trade his whole team to Rob.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is, right here. And Rob accepted, but then I think Brandon got a little cold feet and said it was a joke. And Rob apparently wasn't in on the joke, so I'm not really sure. But that's another reason why Rob's agility rating, as you can see down here, he got bumped up to an A- because he took one for the team and said he didn't want the league to suffer, So great work by Rob there. We rejected the trade. But then Rob made another great trade right after that. So
is that because? Okay.
Oh, better trade than the one from last year. Well, Mad Dog, it's only week 3. We got a whole 3 months to go. We'll see how many bad trades are made since from then. Especially if I keep losing, I might fire off a couple bad trades.
You never know till the end of the season what if it was good or bad. You never know.
Yep. All right. Well, I love it. Thank you all for joining another week down. Best of luck to everyone.
Thank you all.